Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. The Diagnostic Trouble Code P0128 indicates that there is a malfunction within the cooling system of the Honda Civic models from 2011 to 2015. This code typically hints at the engine not reaching its optimal operating temperature within the expected time frame. The components primarily affected include the thermostat, which regulates engine temperature, and temperature sensors that monitor coolant state. These sensors, located near the engine block and in the coolant pathway, send critical data related to the temperature of the engine coolant to the Engine Control Module (ECM) for adjustment purposes. Additionally, the radiator fan, tasked with cooling the engine, may also play a role in this issue should it not operate as intended. Troubleshooting this code normally involves several steps, including checks on the radiator fan operation, circuitry, and the functioning of the thermostat. The error description for DTC P0128 points to a malfunction within the cooling system of the vehicle. This indicates that the engine coolant is not reaching the required temperature or is unable to maintain it. The thermostat plays a pivotal role in regulating the engine temperature by controlling the flow of coolant. It opens or closes based on the engine's temperature. Additionally, two critical components are the engine coolant temperature (ECT) sensors, ECT Sensor 1 and ECT Sensor 2. ECT Sensor 1 measures the coolant temperature in the engine block, while ECT Sensor 2 monitors the temperature at the radiator outlet. If these sensors provide erroneous readings, or if the thermostat is stuck open, the system cannot operate efficiently. This could cause the engine to run cooler than necessary, impacting performance and emissions and triggering the P0128 code. Several factors may lead to the triggering of DTC P0128. Firstly, a faulty thermostat is one of the most common causes. If the thermostat fails to close properly, it prevents the engine from reaching the desired temperature. Secondly, the engine coolant temperature sensors can also malfunction, either due to aging or physical damage, providing incorrect temperature readings. A malfunctioning radiator fan may fail to activate when needed, leading to inadequate cooling. Additionally, damaged wiring or poor connections in the circuit can cause intermittent faults, leading to inaccurate sensor readings. Lastly, there might be software-related issues within the engine control module that can inhibit the accurate interpretation of sensor data, requiring updates for optimal performance. The key symptoms associated with DTC P0128 typically include the illumination of the check engine light on the dashboard, which serves as a warning to the driver. Moreover, the engine may operate cooler than its normal operating temperature range, leading to inefficiencies. Drivers may also notice a decline in overall engine performance, characterized by sluggish acceleration or reduced power output. Additionally, an increased rate of fuel consumption can occur as the engine works harder to maintain its required performance levels while not reaching an optimal temperature. Lastly, issues with the vehicle's heater performance may arise since a properly functioning cooling system is critical for effective cabin heating, resulting in cooler air output when the heating system is activated. The first step in troubleshooting DTC P0128 involves checking the operation of the radiator fan control commands. Begin by turning the ignition switch to the on II position without starting the engine. This allows the onboard systems to initialize. Next, use the Honda Diagnostic System HDS to clear any existing DTCs, which ensures you are starting fresh in diagnosing the current issue. After clearing the codes, turn off the blower switch to eliminate interference during the test. Finally, check the fan high control and fan low control parameters in the data list via the HDS to see if they indicate off status. If both fan controls are off, proceed to the second troubleshooting step. In the second troubleshooting step, the operational status of the radiator fan must be examined. Focus on the radiator fan's ability to operate as expected under test conditions. Access the fan and note whether it continues to run persistently. If the radiator fan keeps running, this signals that it may have a fault, leading to an overcooling condition, which is often related to the DTC P0128. If the fan does not run continuously, allow the fan high control and fan low control to deactivate before moving back to check the controls again in the HDS. Correct behavior in this step is crucial for ensuing diagnostics. Step 3 entails an inspection of both the radiator fan circuit and the radiator fan relay. Start by checking the wiring and connections leading to the radiator fan for any signs of damage or corrosion. A compromised circuit can cause erratic fan operation and simulate conditions necessary for DTC P0128. Next, focus on the radiator fan relay, another integral component that controls power to the fan. Ensure there are no faults within the relay itself, as a faulty relay may lead to the fan either not functioning or running improperly. If both the circuit and relay are in working order, you may need to update the engine control module (ECM) software if it's outdated, or even substitute a known good ECM to move forward. The final troubleshooting step centers around verifying the coolant temperature readings through the engine coolant temperature sensors. Begin by allowing the engine to cool until the coolant temperature reaches 104 degrees Fahrenheit, 40 degrees Celsius or below. Next, within the HDS, take note of the recorded values from ECT Sensor 1 and ECT Sensor 2. Start the engine and allow it to idle to observe how those temperatures respond. Keep the engine running until the temperature from ECT Sensor 1 rises by 40 degrees Fahrenheit, 22 degrees Celsius, or more. At this stage, check the corresponding value for ECT Sensor 2 within the HDS. If ECT Sensor 2's value shows a temperature increase of 13 degrees Fahrenheit, 7 degrees Celsius, or more, the thermostat likely needs testing or replacement, completing this aspect of the troubleshooting. If not, it may signal an intermittent failure, requiring further investigation on the connections or terminals related to ECT Sensor 1, ECT Sensor 2, and the ECM. Final repair verification is a crucial step that ensures the problem has been resolved effectively. Start by turning the ignition switch back to the on second position. Proceed by utilizing the Honda Diagnostic System HDS to reset the engine control module ECM for fresh data gathering. Then, allow the engine coolant to cool down to a temperature that falls between 21 Fahrenheit, -6 degrees Celsius, and 104 Fahrenheit, 40 degrees Celsius. This temperature range is essential to assess system performance under typical operating conditions. Conduct an ECM idle learn procedure to ensure that the ECM is recalibrated to the vehicle's latest operating parameters. Lastly, test drive the vehicle with a steady speed of 15 to 75 miles per hour, 25 to 120 kilometers per hour, for about 10 minutes while monitoring the OBD status for DTC P0128 to confirm whether the troubleshooting process has resulted in a successful resolution. To prevent future occurrences of DTC P0128, engage in regular preventive maintenance practices. Start by routinely checking the coolant levels in the system. Maintaining proper levels is crucial for optimal engine performance. Next, periodically inspect the functionality of the thermostat. A thermostat that is opening or closing correctly ensures the engine maintains the right operating temperature. In addition to this, continuously monitor the performance of the engine coolant temperature sensors. This includes checking their electrical connections for integrity. Routine inspections such as these can significantly extend the lifespan of the cooling system and prevent needless downtimes caused by future overheating issues. In conclusion, Diagnostic Trouble Code P0128 points to an essential aspect of vehicle maintenance concerning the cooling system. Regular monitoring of the cooling system's components, such as the thermostat and ECT sensors, is fundamental to ensuring the engine operates efficiently. Troubleshooting involves a series of steps that check for fan operation, circuit integrity, and sensor functionality, each crucial for diagnosing the issue accurately. Timely repairs and replacements when necessary can prevent further complications, significantly improving vehicle reliability and performance. Engaging in preventive maintenance practices goes a long way in avoiding such malfunctions, ultimately leading to a more durable and efficient driving experience. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time!